Hello students, we were talking about human circulatory system. Regarding this, we have seen about blood, blood vessels and structure of heart. Now, what kind of circulation we have? We will talk about this. Actually, closed circulatory system can be configured as single circulation and double circulation. First is single circulatory system. In this condition, blood passes once through the heart to supply once to body. This is a very rare kind of circulatory system which is found in fish only. So here you can write blood circulate once in heart during each cycle. And as the example I can write Pisces. Fishes have only two chambered heart which is differentiate as one auricle and one ventricle. This is also known as venous heart because the blood is impure blood here. It's always filled by impure blood and that is circulated towards gills and later on towards various body organs. But human heart is quite different from it. We have four chambered heart and that shows double circulation. So as the word reveals to you, your blood circulates twice in every cycle. Now this double circulation can be further categorized as systemic and pulmonary circulation. In the case of systemic circulation, blood flows between heart and different body organs. Here the exchange of blood is going on between heart and different body organs except lung. In this case, oxygenated blood is supplied to body and deoxygenated blood is collected in heart. The second category of circulation is pulmonary circulation. In this kind of circulation, blood is flowing between heart and lungs. In this case, deoxygenated blood is supplied to deoxygenated blood is supplied to lungs where it is purified and converted into oxygenated blood which is received by heart again. So right now I am going to draw the diagram of double circulation. This is our heart with right auricle, right ventricle, right auricle, right ventricle, left auricle and left ventricle. From the different body organ, deoxygenated blood is coming here. Deoxygenated blood is coming in the right auricle. From there it will move towards the right ventricle. And just like that, the oxygenated blood is supplied from left ventricle to body organs. This is the oxygenated blood supplied through aorta, while this is deoxygenated blood collected by vena cava. Now this deoxygenated blood will move in the lungs for its purification. And from the lungs, the oxygenated blood is coming in the right artery through pulmonary. Here again this is deoxygenated blood which is filled in, which is supplied towards lung through pulmonary artery. This is the exceptional artery that carry deoxygenated blood. And from the lungs the blood is coming out. This is oxygen rich, or you can say oxygenated blood, through pulmonary vein. Again, this is the exceptional vein that carry oxygenated blood which is coming in. So now you can see the first circulation is going on between heart and body organ. This is systemic. And the second circulation is going on between lungs and heart. It's pulmonary. This is the overall view of double circulation in human. Now the next point regarding circulation is blood pressure. Now what is blood pressure? It's a pressure exerted by blood on the wall of blood vessels. This can be classified as systolic and diastolic pressure. The pressure exerted at the time of contraction in heart. This is systolic pressure. That's why the systolic pressure is quite higher. The value of systolic pressure is equals to 120 mm of Hg in adult human being. While the diastolic pressure, the second pressure is diastolic pressure that is introduced at the time of relaxation of heart. The value of diastolic pressure is 80 mm of Hg. This pressure is measured by a sphygmomanometer. Now there are two diseases related with the blood pressure. First is increase in blood pressure, that is termed as hypertension. If the blood pressure raised up to 150 90 mm of Hg, then this is termed as hypertension, which act as the silent killer. The second condition is hypotension, where the blood pressure is decreased. This one is decreased up to 150 mm of Hg. While the normal blood pressure is, it's written like this, 120-80 mm of Hg. Now next regarding human blood circulatory system, next topic is heartbeat. It's the rhythmic contraction and relaxation of heart, and at that moment tiny electric currents are generated out by heart, which is measured by a machine known as electrocardiograph. In short, it is termed as ECG. To detect heartbeat, some electrodes are introduced at the chest side where heart is located, and later on it is measured on electrocardiograph machine, which can convert these impulses into a graphical wave. Actually, our heartbeat is generated through SA node, sino-auricular node, which is known as the pacemaker of heart, and sometimes it get damaged or arrhythmic contraction and relaxation start. Then a surgical grafting of an artificial pacemaker instrument is done in the chest so that the patient heart can work properly. So this SA node can be replaced by artificial pacemaker. Now the circulatory system is over. The last topic that is remaining is lymphatic system. Beside blood circulatory system, human beings also contain a lymphatic system which is composed of lymphatic capillaries, lymphatic vessels and lymph nodes. First is about lymph. Lymph is a fluid media which act as the middleman between blood and different organs. It's a yellow colored tissue present in the intercellular spaces and it's also known as extracellular fluid. This one resembles to blood but it's devoid of RBC, blood platelets and some plasma protein. So you can write what is lymph? Lymph is blood minus RBC, platelets and some plasma protein. It's a yellow colored tissue fluid which is found around the tissue, that's why also known as extracellular fluid. Now this filtration of blood is done in lymph nodes. Which are found at the major joint of our body. These are actually the enlargement of lymphatic vessels where lymph is cleaned and filtered by lymph nodes. Third one is lymphatic vessels. These are the pipeline-like structures in which lymph flows. Now lymph nodes and lymphatic vessels are combinedly known as lymphatic system. Meanwhile, in lymph nodes, blood is filterized and lymph is generated out and through lymph vessels, it is again poured in blood. Lymph act as the middleman in human beings. This one contains a lot of lymphocytes, so also provide immunity. The first function of lymph, it act as middleman. So whatever is supplied from blood to cells, actually it is supplied always via lymph and vice versa. The next one is it contains a lot of lymphocytes to provide immunity. It supplies digested food and oxygen to various body parts. It's helpful in the removal of waste. It returns proteins and excessive tissue fluid to the blood from the tissue spaces. So you can also write that it works as extracellular fluid around tissue. Next, it's helpful in the diffusion of nutrients, waste, oxygen, CO2, etc. in cells, either in cells or out of the cell. Some lymphatic vessels are also helpful in the absorption of fat, so it can also absorb, and these lymph vessels are termed as lectins. So these are the major function of lymph, and it's over about the chapter transportation in animal. Thank you everyone.